Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see that how can we proceed with the execution of script in PowerShell. So basically, PowerShell has stopped the execution of scripts to secure its uh, terminal or whatever you can say. So for execution policy, for its execution policy, it has just stopped the like running or you can say execution of scripts. So is there any way to run script now? So yes, there is a way, and I'm going to tell you that way in this video. Okay, so that way is basically you have to write some commands and then you will get to know that how your file or whatever script is being executed. So let's start with it. I have made a file named file.ps2 for you. See, I have named this, yeah, file2. Let me show you its properties. So its properties are, you can see its type of file is Windows PowerShell script.ps1. Okay, it is a .ps1 file. Whenever you are making a PowerShell file, you have to save it with .ps1 extension. Now I have made this script. This is a small script that I have made, which is get process.count. In this, you will get the count of all the processes running in your PC or in your desktop. And this is another script or code command I have written using piping. Okay, this will measure the object, means it will simply count the objects. It will just measure, it will show output how much count of the process is being uh, running on your PC. What is the count of the processes that are being running on your PC? So let's start with the code now. Okay, so basically what you have to do, you have to open your Windows PowerShell, and you have to open your Windows PowerShell in, like, let me show you. You have to run it in your administrator mode. Okay, don't run it like simply, see, try to run it in administrator mode. Avoid this normal terminal. Okay, you have to run it in your administrator mode just to set execution policies. Else I would have also chosen that Windows PowerShell only, but here you need to set execution policy, you need to check execution policy, so you should get logged in through administrator Windows PowerShell. Okay, so first of all, I'll get my execution policy. So my execution policy is unrestricted, means I am unrestricted and I can run any type of script right now. But sometimes what happens, whenever you will be executing, you will file a script file. So whenever you will check your execution policy, you will get a restricted message. Sometimes you may get your restricted message here, and when you will try to execute that script file, that PowerShell file, using the command, that PowerShell command, so it may show that you don't have execution policy rights, you don't have execution rights, and it has been stopped now. Okay, so what's the process, what's the way to run that script file? So first of all, you have to check your execution policy. So here it is unrestricted in my PC, because this is my PC, and it is what happens, let me tell you. Let me tell you first. Set execution policy. See, if you will set execution policy to remote signed, then you will be able to run your script or PowerShell script, whatever you can say. But in a restricted mode, you cannot run it. Here it is unrestricted, so I will be easily able to execute it. But if it is restricted, you'll not be able to execute it because of the security policies. Because if any of the script files you do not trust, so in restricted mode, it will not run. It will simply not run. So you must be signed in unrestricted mode. You must be in your unrestricted or remote sign mode. So here, if you want to, if your PC or if your execution policy is on restricted mode, So what you have to do, you have to set execution policy to remote signed, and then you have to enter it. It will ask you yes or no. If you will provide yes, so your policy will be changed. Okay, I'll just suspend it because it is already in unrestricted mode, so I don't need to change this execution policy because it is only on unrestricted mode, and it will simply execute my file. Okay, but if it is on restricted mode at your PC, in your PC, so you just change it to the remote sign mode for the execution of the file. So now what I have to do, I have to write a simple code on PowerShell or on command prompt, wherever you want. So let me write it on command prompt because I want to explain another thing to you. See, here it is, command prompt. So if I am writing any type of PowerShell command here, will it be executed? So yes, it will be, because command prompt supports PowerShell. Okay, PowerShell. So I want to execute now. I want to execute that ps1 file, .ps1 file that I have made. See this file 2. So I'll be executing it using this command, using PowerShell, and then I'll provide path simply c.del. Okay, del, D is capital here, del, and then file name, whatever the file name with its extension, file2.ps1. ps1 is the extension for my PowerShell file. Whenever you are writing a command and you want to execute it in PowerShell, so you must have this extension with you, .ps1 extension. Okay, now I'll enter, and I'll get the count. See, I got the count. It's 333. Total 333 processes are currently being run on my PC. So these number of processes are running on my PC right now, and I got the count because I wrote this script which was get process.count. I wanted the count of all the processes, and yes, I am getting it. Now one more thing, you can also use all the commands of PowerShell, like if you are writing here get process. So get process is not recognized as an internal or external command in command prompt. Okay, in command prompt get process is not recognized because this get process is a command of PowerShell. So one more thing I want to explain you, that you can also run PowerShell commands on command prompt. But how? So you just need to write this command first, like you just need to write PowerShell and you have to press enter. Now you are logged in into PowerShell. Okay, now if the same command I'm writing, like if the same command I'm writing, and that command is get process. Okay, if I want to write this get process here, so I'll write get process, and see, when I was not entered into PowerShell, when I had not written this PowerShell here, what message I got? That message was get process is not recognized as an internal or external command. But here, when I am writing get process now after logging or after getting into PowerShell, so yes, I'll get the numbers of processes running. So here are the lists of, see, I'm getting the list of the processes that are currently being executed or running on my PC. Okay, so this is another way to run PowerShell in your command prompt. You just have to write PowerShell here. So that was the basic video, how you can execute your script file on command prompt on or on PowerShell, also how you can set the execution policy. So it was just simple. You have to check your get execution policy first. If it is restricted, then you have to write another command which was set execution policy, and after that you have to write remote signed, and that will just give permission to the script file that you want to run. But if on restricted mode you are running your script file, then because of security policies you will get a error message that your script cannot be run because of some security issues, or it may have been stopped. Okay, so this was the video about execution policy on PowerShell. I hope you liked the video. I hope it will be helpful for you in future also. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Just like our video and share it to your friends. Thank you.